What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check this out. So apparently Marvel right now is trying to do some self-correction. As you can see on this headline from The Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios taking stock of strategy amid the Marvel's meltdown. Quite right. That's exactly what you should be doing after you take a giant L like the one they just took this past weekend, right? You take an L like this, yeah, you got to slow down. Time out, everybody. Time out. All right. We clearly have lost our way. We have clearly lost the plot. We got to stop. We got to figure this thing out. You know, where did we go wrong? And that's the first step, really. Where did you go wrong? And you have to admit your mistakes. You have to admit what happened so you can course correct. If you don't admit your mistakes, you can't course correct. You can't fix anything because you're just going to keep doing the nonsense that you did wrong. You got to admit what you did wrong. Don't do that no more. And apparently, I guess that's what Marvel's doing right now. But then we get this crap. And this is on Bounding into Comics, and they say it's a rumor, but you know I believe it, right? Pedro Pascal tapped to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four because Kevin Feige thought the cast was way too white. Yeah, see, here's the problem right here, y'all. How in the hell is a all-white superhero team way too white? Explain that one to me. Kevin Feige, explain how this all-white superhero team is way too white, so we got to do race swaps. Makes absolutely no sense. Was Black Panther way too black? By that same token, it's an all-white superhero team, idiot. That again, this is where they go wrong. This is exactly where they go wrong. Pandering, okay? Shit, South Park was 1,000% correct. South Park had it right. This is the Panderverse in full effect, alive and well, all right? It went from Lucasfilm, it's Kathleen Kennedy lost the Pander Stone, Kevin Feige found it. He out here using the damn Pander Stone right now, still. Kev, how did this work out for you the last time, bro? How did this shit work out for you? And like, how soon we forget that $47 million box office bomb that you just served up, bro? Again, they're not learning from their mistakes. They're going to double and triple down on it. Like I said in the last video, Kevin Feige is a true believer. There is no way in hell this dude is changing his stripes. This is who he is. And this is where it all goes wrong for this cat every single time. And then he's going to be, oh, gee, I wonder what went wrong when the Fantastic Four flops. Hey, gee, I wonder how this all went bad for me. Yeah, I don't understand. You know, maybe it's because you believe an all-white superhero team is way too white. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro. All right? But yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. The latest rumor surrounding Marvel Studios' upcoming Fantastic Four film is that Pedro Pascal was tapped to play Reed Richards because Kevin Feige believed the cast was way too white. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. Dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And it comes from Jeff Snyder. You can usually trust Jeff Snyder's sources. The latest rumor comes from scooper Jeff Snyder, who detailed that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige conducted screen tests for Reed Richards before the SAG-AFTRA strike went into effect. The screen test included Jamie Dornan and Christopher Abbott, but allegedly they did not go well. Marvel Studios then approached Jake Gyllenhaal as well as Adam Driver, but reportedly they wanted too much money. You should have paid it, man, because you guys are off the rails at this point. As far as the rest of Marvel's first family, Feige and Marvel Studios were happy with Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Eben Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm. So not only was Gyllenhaal reportedly too expensive, but Snyder detailed that Feige feared the cast was way too white. In the words of one insider, Reed Richards would be the character eye to diversify the cast. It's hilarious, man. Yeah, these screen tests that they talking about, right? Like Kevin Feige is sitting in a room with somebody and he's like, you know what? I don't know what it is, man, but these tests just ain't working out. You know, Jamie didn't work out. You know, Christopher Abbott, you know, these casts really ain't working out. I wonder what the problem is. And then Kevin Feige's like, I know. This white character is too white. Bro, this is who the character is, idiot. Man, it's like we read this didn't we read this with Stan Lee just a little bit ago? Yeah, you guys will remember this on that video I did with Peter Parker as Spider-Man and Miles Morales as Miles Morales. I'll link it above if you didn't see that. But this is a direct quote from Stan Lee himself talking about race swaps. Here's what he says. I wouldn't mind if Peter Parker had originally been black, a Latino, an Indian, or anything else, that he stay that way, but we originally made him white. I don't see any reason to change that. It has nothing to do with being anti-gay or anti-black, anti-Latino, anything like that. Latino characters should stay Latino. The Black Panther should certainly not be Swiss. I just see no reason to change that which has already been established when it's so easy to add new characters. I say create new characters the way you want to. Hell, I'll do it myself. This is what Stan Lee had to say about race swaps. All right. He says, hey, just create new characters. That's what I ask for all the time. Stop the race swaps. There's no reason to race swap Reed Richards. Leave him a white guy. Cast a white dude in the role. And if you want to work with Pedro Pascal because you like him, you think he's a good actor or whatever, he's an all right actor. I don't mind Pedro Pascal as an actor, but he ain't Reed Richards, okay? You go out there and you create a new character. Literally, like I've always said, what they did with Agent Coulson. And look, I always bring this up because this is exactly what they should be doing. Brand new character. Never existed before the first Iron Man movie. Never existed before. And they create him and he becomes one of the most important characters in the MCU and a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite. He gets his own television show. Like, that's what you do, you know? And everybody loves this guy. Everybody loves Clark Gregg. Everybody loves him as Agent Coulson. As a matter of fact, Clark Gregg, he actually got to participate in the creation of the character. Yeah, check this out. This is an article on CBR. They were interviewing Clark Gregg about his character. And they said, how much creative input do you have on Coulson's path in the back end of the season? This is what Clark Gregg said. I have meetings with them once or twice a year and talk about what the big ideas are. And they're really open to it. They're really responsive to the fact that I've been involved with this person 4 or 5 years longer than them, but they really write the stories magnificently. I have no complaints with what they're doing, so on and so forth. But it's like, yeah, this cat was involved. They're having meetings with him. They're bringing him in. Hey, Clark, what are your ideas? You know, tell us where this character is at. What do you see out of this character? Like, that's respect, man. That's respect. And listen, all the woke people that be out here clapping like baby seals every time they do a race swap. Oh, I'm so happy for the race swap. This actor is amazing. I can't wait to see. No, it's just trash, man. This is what they should be doing. All fans, regardless of your race, should say, hey, man, you should be creating new characters. Show us some damn creativity instead of pulling this crap every time you need to. Oh, we want to be inclusive. Give us some creativity then, man. Create a character for Pedro Pascal if you care about him like that. Again, Stan Lee pointed it out perfectly. No reason to change what has already been established. The Snyder believes Pascal is now confirmed as Mr. Fantastic. However, it might not be a done deal. A Deadline's Justin Kroll reports a deal is far from done. However, Kroll does note that Pascal is in talks with Marvel Studios to take on the role. The main issue with Pascal is scheduling. Insiders add that scheduling is still being worked out, but multiple sources close to the negotiations are saying it's headed in the right direction for Pascal to do this and his other future projects. The idea that Kevin Feige would believe the cast is way too white is plausible. It's not just plausible, it's certain, man. Feige made it abundantly clear that the reason the Eternals was pushed to the front of the company's production schedule was because it changed the character's race, gender, and sexuality. He told Variety, well, the notion of switching up the genders, sexualities, and ethnicities of the characters from the comics was baked in initially. That was the part of what Nate Moore was really advocating for in moving Eternals to the top of the list for us to start working on. Yeah, Nate Moore, this guy. This is the clown that has said that fans are red flags if you have fans as writers. Yeah, it's a red flag to have that, okay? Yeah, Nate Moore is a woke chump. You shouldn't have listened to him. And this is the result. You made this trash and it bombed in the box office. And now this other stuff is about to bomb in the box office because you're listening to Nate Moore, okay? Stop listening to Nate Moore. And look, let's just keep it a buck, man. Kevin Feige saying the cast is way too white. That's just his white guilt talking. Like, straight up, that's just white guilt, man. This cat has white guilt. He feels ashamed and guilty for being white. That's basically all that's happening here. You know, this shit is eating his ass alive, man. Oh my God, I'm a white guy. I feel terrible. I feel so horrible. I gotta get some more diversity going on here in Marvel. I gotta be more inclusive. You know, we gotta get some more color moving around here. And then I'll feel better about myself. That's basically what's happening. This is, again, that's the thing about white guilt. It's never about the people that, you know, in this case, he's pandering to. Like, again, the Panderverse, right? He's pandering to people so he can feel better about himself. The people that he's pandering to didn't ask for this shit. Nobody's asking for this. Black people are not asking for this. Latino people with Pedro Pascal, they have not asked for a Latino Reed Richards. Nobody's asking for this crap. This is for Kevin Feige so he can feel better about himself. That's basically all it is. So he can assuage his white guilt. I want y'all to think about this for a moment. I used this example once. Imagine you're like a black dude and you going over to your white friend's house. He say, hey man, come on over and watch the game today. I'm like, all right, cool, man, I'll be there. And you show up at his house and you walk in the door and it's like this dude has decked out the entire house in like African garb, and he's wearing a dashiki, you know what I'm saying? And this cat got like posters of Malcolm X and Huey Newton and the black fist in the air and all of that shit. And you sitting up here like, bro, what the hell is going on here? And it's like, well, you know, I wanted to be more inclusive. I wanted you to feel home. It looked a little too white around here before you got here. So me and the kids ran out and we decorated the place so you could feel better, okay? So that you could feel more inclusive. No, this was for you. Idiot, take all that shit off. You know, like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, we made some fried chicken too. The fried chicken is good. It's like Nancy Pelosi and them woke idiots taking a knee with the kente cloths. Y'all remember that? Like, race swaps are literally the entertainment equivalent of Pelosi and those woke morons taking a knee wearing kente cloth and holding up a picture of George Floyd. I mean, it's that level of insulted. That's my point, right? It's that kind of insulting. That's the point. Again, and nobody's asking for this. Just be yourself. Hey, I'm showing up. I want you just to be who you are. We just want Marvel to be what Marvel is, Kev. That's it. We ain't asking for that. Reed Richards is a white dude. We expect him to stay that way. That's it. Stan Lee, do not change that which has already been established. We're done with this crap. Stop the damn race swaps. I can't stand it. It's like the most insulting thing ever. But again, you know, these cats are claiming, oh yeah, we're going to try to, you know, take stock. Yeah, and the first step is we're going to do some more race swaps. Absolutely ridiculous. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.